The Irish. There are a whole bunch of them. Since time immemorial, it's a dream of every Irishman to brutally conquer all before them. Well, I don't actually know this, but it's probably true. We are going to be playing as Irish miner Munster, an attempt to unite the British Isles under our banner and get the Luck of the Irish achievement. To do this, we are going to take down Ireland's traditional enemies. The English, the Scots, the Welsh, and most of all, the Irish. Let's roll. To do this, I'm choosing Munster because they start with fortification and I don't want to have to deal with that as one of the other factions. We're going to get our free heavy ship and then recruit to the force limits. We're going to start declaring war immediately. Our first target is Desmond. They have an ally, but we'll deal with them. A crushing victory. Since we can't conquer Desmond's ally, we're just going to humiliate them in the peace treaty. That's going to allow us to start accumulating power projection and get us that additional monarch power. Often when you do this, the defeated power will be taken over by another Irish minor faction. This means we don't have to deal with truce timer later and allows us to expand even more aggressively. We take down Desmond, then we declare war on Leinster. To successfully execute this, we're going to have to work fast. Both Scotland and England are eager to conquer territories in Ireland. The best way to stop them is to take the territory for ourselves. We quickly annex Leinster, and almost immediately we're on to our next war. Once again, two factions on the chopping block. We're going to mop up their armies, carpet siege down their provinces, and take what naval engagements we can, in the hope that we can capture some enemy ships. That's one other faction humiliated, and another one annexed. Looks like England has lost a 100 Years' War and has decided to release Meath. This is really good news for us. Alright Ormond, it's your turn next. Ormond have actually been able to expand a little bit by taking over the provinces of the factions that we had defeated, but we'll put a stop to that and put a stop to that soon. We are actually starting to run a little low on manpower, so we're going to have to keep an eye out for that. Whilst we're seal clubbing down these Irish minor factions, it's probably a good idea to talk about diplomacy. We want to get an alliance with Scotland first. They're going to break that alliance because they'll get fabricated claims in your territory. After they break the alliance, you can try and ally France. Never ally with England because that will disrupt you from getting alliances with both Scotland and France. Welcome to Ireland, Ormond. Now that we have a free diplomat, we can start improving relations with Scotland to try and get that alliance. On the economic front, things are looking okay. Okay, we're able to pick up a royal marriage with Scotland. Still not enough for an alliance yet, though. It's now the year 1453, and I think we've expanded pretty nicely, although by no means are we done yet. Cool, our faction leader now gives +1 shock and maneuver. A good tip to bear in mind is anytime you're running low on money, just sell some ships. And we are able to secure that alliance with Scotland. That's not going to last for very long, but it's still going to be very useful for us. Alright, that's enough diplomacy for now. Let's fight another war. We're almost done with our objective of uniting Ireland. We've still got a few more provinces left. Scotland had actually allied Tyrone, but because we have good relations with Scotland and Scotland was already in a war, they didn't want to join a defensive war. I'm going to manually reduce some autonomy in a few of our provinces, bearing in mind the risk of rebels. There are only 2 Irish minor factions left, and they happen to be allied with each other, so if we win this war and do it before Scotland gets called in, then we are very close to uniting Ireland. We're now starting to get into the quite interesting aspect of the campaign. Since with these 2 factions down and Scotland having taken Pale, Scotland is obviously going to be our next target. How we go about that though, I haven't quite decided, but I have a rough idea. We are just grinding down gradually the Irish armies. They're scurrying all over the place, trying to delay the inevitable, but it is very much inevitable. And we're able to take actually a victory in our capital. And that should do it, just a question of carpet sieging them down. Take out Tyrone first. And take out Connacht. And that unlocks a few missions, which is going to give us more fabricated claims. And this is around the time I expect Scotland's going to want to break our alliance with us. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that, since that is the next target. Since it's only a matter of time before we attack Scotland or Scotland attacks us, we're going to have to start improving our relations with France now. And thanks to our faction leader, we've been able to secure some pretty good generals. Actually, that's going to help us out a lot. Unfortunately, France still doesn't like us that much, but that is going to change once they enter a war. Ah yes, as I predicted, Scotland is indeed planning to break their alliance with us. They're going to do this every time because they've fabricated claims on us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rival them now. That's going to immediately break the alliance and engage a truce timer. That's going to allow us to attack them soon. Now that we officially have no allies, it's going to make securing that alliance with France all the more important. We're still a little off, but we are getting there slowly. And as if we didn't have enough amazing generals, we get one more. This time a general with 100 tradition. I absolutely love that decision. We are now sitting on 5 generals, including our leaders. And it looks like we have a new leader. One of the things I absolutely love about playing as the Irish minor factions is it's very difficult to get stuck with a truly terrible leader. It very rarely happens because you have choices. What makes getting luck of the Irish achievement so difficult is the diplomatic situation. So England is at war with someone, that's good, but Scotland is guaranteed by France, that's bad. So we need to get it so that France will no longer join a call to arms when Scotland gets attacked by us. So we're going to have to wait for France to get in a war. Okay, France is actually in a war at the moment, and we can now ally them. So they're in a war, they have good relations with us. That makes them much less likely to answer a call to arms if Scotland is attacked by us. They will at the moment though. However, if we wait, that will probably change. Okay, it does change, and it changed quickly. So we now have to prepare for a war with Scotland. We've got to use this small window of opportunity, because if we don't do it now, France is going to be an issue later on. Scotland does have a lot of troops. That means we're going to have to take out some loans, recruit some mercenaries, and get as many troops as possible. We want to blitz down Scotland quickly because we are mindful of the fact that England will take any opportunity they can get to stab us in the back. So we'll recruit a discipline advisor, get our fleet ready, get our army ready, and then it's time to move. And we have an amazing general for this. Alright, let's go. We'll declare war. And we're going to try and siege down the fortification in Dumfries as soon as possible. Don't know where the army is, but... And make sure to do a naval blockade. Defeat the Scottish fleet. There's not much of one. And if you're wondering where the famed Scottish army is, I honestly can't say I know. I can't find it. It's not in the north of Scotland, so it's probably got itself stranded in some godforsaken island. I will take that to the bank though. We're going to use that opportunity to siege down all the provinces quickly and get this war over with. Yes, we're still searching for this army. Haven't found it just yet. I'll find a naval battle here off the coast. Yep, win that one. Oh, Scotland, what have you done? That's very unfortunate for Scotland, but it's very fortunate for me. I don't know why they stuck their army there, but it's going to help us out. Well, the Scottish army either disbanded or sailed off to somewhere else, but they're not there anymore, and that's going to allow us to get full occupation of all Scotland's provinces and peace out on very favourable terms. We'll try and get that war score as high as possible. We are actually in a little bit of a dilemma, because I know that if I take a bunch of Scotland's provinces, England is most likely going to attack Scotland and take the rest, which means we'll end up fighting more wars than we would want against England. So we'll peace out Scotland. I'm going to take some money here, even though we could have taken an extra province, because I'm really going to need that money for later on. Core provinces. And we will select our national decisions. You're going to see me do this a lot. Every time I win a war and capture ships, I simply sell those ships on. And we have unified Ireland at the moment, but we haven't hit admin tech level 10, so we can't actually form Ireland yet. And we get a new heir, although that's not as important for playing as an Irish nation. Yeah, I foresaw this happening. So now England is going to fully annex Scotland, and that's going to be our next target. In the meantime, I'm going to have to get ready for this war with England. We'll get our military tech level up as high as possible before we do this. And England does annex those northern provinces, right? That's going to mean one more extra war against England. Suppose it's time to get ready for this inevitable war then. We'll start recruiting. I want a bit more artillery this time because I'm probably going to have to do a artillery siege down of their fortification in London. I don't think I'm going to be able to navally blockade that this time round. We do get some extra siege ability. That's exactly what I'm looking for, to be honest. And we'll recruit some mercs. I think it's time. Yes. Okay, that's it. Yes, it's war. Okay, so this is make or break. If we screw this up, it's over for us. And we're back to the beginning, but we're not going to call in France because I'm paranoid about France taking some of England's provinces, and we can't have that because that's going to stop me from taking them. Okay, the English have launched a amphibious naval attack on Aberdeen and actually caught a whole bunch of our troops off guard. We do have a leader, but that army is going to lose pretty quickly. That is quite a smart maneuver from the AI there. You very rarely see that happen, but actually using their mobility, launching amphibious assaults is a really smart decision from them. They're going to lose, but we came very close to losing a big chunk of our army there, so nice job. Must not screw this up. I'm starting to realise England does actually have a pretty powerful army. So I want to see if I can isolate this stack and destroy it, and then we're going to have to take out the English army in Dumfries. To be honest, I'm not really sure how it's going to go, because English troop quality is pretty high. I'm going to draft some more ships, mostly to sell them for after the war. Well, if there was ever to be a decisive battle, this is going to be it. Pretty much a whole campaign hinges upon this one battle. We should win. We have a superior tech level on them. And we are getting some pretty nice rolls. Okay, that's looking okay. Still taking a lot of casualties, but we had to win this one. Yeah, we do. We win reasonably nicely. We're going to have to fight more battles, but that one was important. For battle 1, we're going to want to defeat this English army and eventually siege down Northumberland, although I doubt I'm going to be able to do it yet, because the English troops are just going to recover and come right back to Dumfries. Speak of the devil, the English are back in Cumbria, as I knew it would be, and the Portuguese are launching an amphibious landing in south of Ireland, so we're going to have to take care of them. Yeah, I'll take that engagement any day of the week, and that is going to be a decisive victory. Yes, I think in order to be able to do this, we're just going to have to slam our army into England's army over and over again, and hopefully we come out the other side with more manpower, because we need to siege down Northumberland. We're not going to be able to do that with that English army standing next to us, so we're just going to have to take these battles, bloody as they are, and hope to emerge the victor. We are going to win this one, but at a huge cost. And with Northumberland down, the English try and re-siege the fortification as soon as we move off it. We're going to try and take that army out. Again, this is going to come down to a grindy war of attrition. And no, your eyes do not play tricks on you. This is not the same battle, the battle we just fought. This is another battle. Again, every time we move off Northumberland, the English try and re-siege it down. So we're just going to have to keep doing this, defeating this army, until we have some type of superiority in the number of troops. There's not really any alternative. I don't have enough troops to siege down London safely, so just going to have to wear down the English army. And once more, we have to take care of the Portuguese who have landed in the south of Ireland. I just noticed we're already at 0 manpower. I'm going to try and very carefully take out part of the Portuguese fleet. London falls. And with London down, we're able to sue for peace and get what we want. So round 1 definitely goes to us, but there are going to be many more rounds to go. I think so far things are going okay. You're probably wondering to yourself, well, we had France as an ally, why not call them in, right, to fight England? But there's a reason why I didn't do that. I'm worried that if I call in France, they're going to annex some of England's southern provinces, and if they do that, that means to take all the British Isles. That would mean I would have to fight France at the end of it, and I'm just not confident I can pull that off. So we avoided that. Yeah, I think pretty much now all we're going to do is prepare for the next round against England. We're going to have to keep doing this until we can get all our cores. Alright, round 2, let's go. Again, we're not going to call in France, I'm not going to risk that. This is pretty much the last opportunity for me to screw this up. And we take down Northumberland. I know exactly what the English are doing. Yeah, they have an obsession with trying to re-siege Northumberland, so we're going to take another nice battle here with a -1 terrain modifier against the enemy. That should help us out a lot. Again, they still have a lot of manpower, so they're still dangerous, but I think, yeah, we've got this battle for sure. We need to take care of this amphibious landing in our capital. In order to be super safe, I'm not going to go for London yet. The English are going to have one more stab at Dumfries. We'll take that army out and then take the capital. Yeah, if we win this, I think we're in a pretty good situation to move in London. And again, our superior troop quality is really starting to shine here. We do win this pretty decisively, and that, I think, is going to be that. We'll try and siege down London once more. And I think, to barring some catastrophe, this war is more or less over. We're going to have to siege down a few more fortifications in Wales and carpet siege the rest of our provinces. But this one is foregone conclusion. We've beaten England the second time. We're going to get some provinces from them, but not all. I do try and pull off one more landing there. Yeah, I think we can sue for peace pretty soon. And we're going to take the mission objective provinces. Then we're going to do the missions. And that is going to unlock more claims against more English provinces. So we'll need at least 2 more rounds of this, maybe 3. And as soon as the last war ends, we start preparing for the next war. That's how it goes with this playthrough. And we are going to go for a double military ideas here because that's a guarantee nothing bad can happen. Radical reforms. We'll usually want this early, but I will take it. Obviously always go for the bottom option. And we have some nice generals as well. That is pretty sweet. And with admin tech level 10, it's time to form Ireland. Now the reason why you want to do this as soon as possible is because Ireland has crazy, ridiculously strong ideas and traditions. They're absolutely broken for military power, which is what we're going to be doing. Like 5% discipline. It's all good. It's all good. Let's go. Time for round 3. It should be getting easier every time if things are going well. You know the drill by now. Siege down the capital. Yeah, London has fallen for the 3rd time. So now we can defeat the English army, carpet siege down all their provinces, and try and claim as much provinces as possible. This, from here on out, we're just going to be taking provinces. None of this war reparations or money crap. It's trying to get this done as quickly as possible. I would like to get it done before the 1550s. It seems a surefire thing for now, but, you know, we could have some issues with France. If they decide to declare war in England, take some of their provinces, then we would have to declare war in France, which is a possibility and something I am absolutely dreading, because that would be a crazy thing to occur, but hopefully it won't happen this time. Slowly but surely we're getting there. We're coming very close now. We're almost at London. Things are looking pretty normal in Europe. Everyone's pretty much where they're supposed to be. Nothing crazy this time. And let's declare war in England again. Alright, we'll crush this army. We have such a qualitative superiority now that their army just can't stand a chance. Then we'll carpet siege down their provinces. And sue for peace. And we're going to have one more war. I absolutely hate doing this. We're going to declare war again. This time we're breaking the truce. We're going to take that -5 stability hit and call in our allies, France and the Papal State now, because it is time. I don't want to wait another 15-year truce timer. So yes, we take the stability hit. Yes, we take the aggressive expansion. I would never normally do this, but I'm getting really impatient. I want to finish this one. We're so close. And that is that, folks. We sue for peace. That's the quickest war yet and most anticlimactic. We have done it. We have taken the entire British Isles, including those islands in the north, and we're going to start coring them. So we formed the Irish nation, we conquered the British Isles, got the luck of the Irish, and we did that all starting from one province, Munster, in the south of Ireland. I'm pretty stoked with that. We did it by 1548. I hope you enjoyed a lot, and I will see you next time.